One of the main reasons I ran for office is because I didn't see people sitting around the table who looked like me. I'm a young LGBTQ, half Egyptian woman, and so in my dreams, what a perfect political world would look like, I always go back to the definition of connection that I quote all the time. Connection happens when people are seen, heard, and valued for who they are and how they come to the table. We're getting there. Future Caucus is helping to create the political world that I dream of.
I'm not a politician, I'm a public servant. And so I try to figure out what the majority of the people, how this will affect them. And being in the Future Caucus, we look at housing, education, childcare, and all it takes for me is a text message or an email to the Future Caucus, and they'll set us up with anyone. They'll say, let me do some research on this, I know so-and-so has been doing this, and they will set us up like almost immediately, and they're so responsive. So it's been really helpful on any kind of legislation that we want to look through.
A lot of folks in my position have been politicians instead of public servants. My work trying to build public trust back in democracy is really important. I think we're at the lowest point almost maybe in American history of public trust in democracy. It takes like every interaction to try to change somebody's mind and let them know that maybe you're the one example that can change their mind. And I think that's important, that you always show empathy in every moment, because you never know.
When it comes to the policies that we implement today, it's like planting the seed for the shade that you might never get to sit under. Future Caucus is all about bridging those divides, coming together, finding out where we can agree, and uplifting the future of our country. And I'm all about those things too.
So much of what I hear when I travel around the country and also in my role as a professor is that young people don't want to engage because they don't feel like there's any movement forward. They feel like they're going into an entrenched system. And one of the things that I'm really excited that Future Caucus does is they get into the nitty-gritty parts of it to figure out how to grease those wheels, figure out where the roadblocks are when people aren't communicating. If you can find those kind of small areas of common ground, that's where there's real area for movement. And that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about for Future Caucus.
Anybody who's willing to do work, especially in a bipartisan way, around protecting our democracy, protecting our rights, civil rights and liberties, I think is a really important work, especially now, because what we've seen over the last few years is just how fragile our democracy really is. Look, we can agree to disagree on the issues, but we can't agree to disagree on democracy. We need more people doing it on the right wing, we need people doing it on the left wing, because it's something that I think should really tie us all together. Democracy shouldn't belong to one party, it belongs to all of us.
We are so excited to rebrand to our new brand, Future Caucus, to welcome all of the Gen Zers who are stepping up into elected office, and to finally live in to this bold vision that we've always had inside of us about what unites this group of young leaders. Not just their age, but this capacity to dream about the future, to build towards that future, to not wait for somebody else to come save us, but for us to save ourselves, to do it together and to work together in order to deliver solutions to our constituencies.
The Future Caucus has certainly chosen exceptional rising stars for this year's awards. Thank you for your service, and here's to many more years of impact and collaboration.